Donald Trump's first week and a half in office has been very interesting, to say the least. Signed countless executive orders, given pardons, which I've been on the record for, written about, not very happy in reference giving pardons to the Oath Keepers and Proud Boys, particularly the head of both Enrique Tarrio and also Stuart Rhodes for Oath Keepers and their role and their convictions, and plus all the violence that happened that day. I just encourage everybody to go look at the video, see how it transpired, what his words were at the rally, and how they went out and crossed the line in the Capitol building while Congress was in session, while Mike Pence was going to validate the Electoral College and move forward in a peaceful democracy. Election was lost by Trump, couldn't accept it, was in a rage, angry, losing to Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. He was angry at losing to him. But of course, a lot of mistakes were made at the end of his administration with COVID, how he handled it. The country was angry at him, and they'd rather have a change. At the time, that's what they wanted. They changed again later. 4 years later, that's how quickly the electoral changes, and boom, he's back in power, but it's been a long trail back. But it seems like there's a lot of anger and resentment, what I've seen, a lot of anger and resentment his part, where he wants payback. The firing of career prosecutors, because he thinks they went after him. These are prosecutors that have been working their entire career in the government, and they've done many cases, but payback, fire these prosecutors, fire the head of OIGs, Office of Inspector Generals, independent. There's probably independent investigators, and not to put their lackeys that pretty much respond to him, which is what he wants. He just wants loyalists in every position possible that do as he says. No, you need independence. You need accountability. Not what we see here. And also some of his extremist views here to end birthright citizenship, which has been very well established with the 14th Amendment that first gave back in 1868, that gave slaves rights as to be U.S. citizens, and then reaffirmed by the Supreme Court 1898 with a case of Woon Kim, and where he was a Chinese, son of a Chinese immigrant. And again, the Anti-Chinese Exclusion Act to keep Chinese immigrants from being U.S. citizens. No, America is a country of immigrants. Everyone here comes from somewhere, including Trump himself. His mom is Scottish. His mom is an immigrant. His grandfather's an immigrant from Germany. We're a country of immigrants. My family came from Cuba via Spain. I was born and raised in this great country. Many, many people have come all over. The ones who were here years, Native Americans, right? The first European language here wasn't English. It was Spanish. The Spanish were here over 200 years before English had a settlement in Jamestown. So it's kind of ridiculous how you see his anti-birthright citizenship. That's a slippery slope when you start denying people the right to be an American. There's exceptions to it, of course. I mean, if it's an invasion army, no, you can't be obviously born here, be a U.S. citizen. If you're a diplomat's child born here, no, you can't be a citizen. But everyone else who comes here, it becomes a problem when you start denying people their citizenship. It's a battle. It's been a battle going on for many, many years. But it's been well established now by the Supreme Court of the United States in 1898. They're born here, you have birthright citizenships. That's something that's there. The judges have froze this order of his, and I think he'll lose, and that's not something he really campaigned on. He didn't talk about this. He didn't mention this. It was about the wall. It's about taking care of violent criminals here illegally. Those are things people want to see. Not high tariffs with Colombia and get in a little battle because you're sending them back in airplanes that he didn't like, and also we're going to put a 50% tariff on you. We're going to deny visas for Colombians to come in the country. That's not presidential. I don't think anyone in the right mind voted for that. And firing career prosecutors, OIG members, because they're involved in the investigation or because they're independent, he's looking more as somebody who wants payback and a dictator than a president. Washington could have been a king if he wanted to after the Revolutionary War against the Brits, but he understood the importance and then stepping down after the second term of a democracy. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to control He likes having that control. And that's what Americans do not want. We're not that kind of country. We want someone there that works with both parties, works equal branches of government, and works together for the people, not for yourself and for your own benefit and all enhancements what you want. So that was very, very disappointing what we're seeing here. But birthright citizenship, that's going to be a loser for him. An absolute loser. He went down a path that he never really talked about. Big loser again was those pardons. That's a loser. That's a slap in the face of law enforcement. I've talked about it. Oath keepers, Proud Boys, those guys, Stuart Rhodes and Enrique Tarrio, should be still locked up. No doubt about it. These are radical right-wing extremists. Unbelievable views they have, and what they did that day was wrong, and those who attacked law enforcement was wrong. So those things that he started with is a problem. Those two things are a big problem for him. Those pardons are a problem. Birthright citizenship, to deny that, that's a problem for him. And these firings and these crazy tariffs he has, it's only going to hurt the American economy. He has it here. I have this picture here with a Goya, hands up. When he wants Hispanic votes, when he does certain things, he's there taking a picture. It's two-faced hypocrisy. You know, I want the Hispanic vote, but then I don't do right things for Latin America. That's the way he is. That's the Donald J. Trump way.